welcome to Retro Ranking, where we concentrate more on songs than albums. And today we have got a very special one. It's a little bit of a tribute to probably one of the last crooners of that great period of crooners. We're talking about Anthony Dominic Benedetto, better known to us as Mr. Tony Bennett. Now, Tony was born on the 3rd of August 1926 and sadly passed on the 21st of July 2023. Now, I've always say that if you don't like at least one Tony Bennett song, you are lying, because everyone likes a little bit of Tony Bennett. He had a great voice. I mean, he sang with so many people. But you know, he had so many accolades. I mean, 20 Grammy Awards, a Lifetime Achievement Award, 2 Primetime Emmy Awards. He was named as the NEA Jazz Master and a Kennedy Center honoree, and founded the Frank Sinatra School of the Arts in Astoria, Queens, New York. He has sold over 50 million records, and he has got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So this is his total recording career: 61 studio albums, 11 live albums. There are 33 compilation albums, 3 video albums, 22 music EPs, music videos, 1 EP, and he released a massive 83 singles. This guy is incredible. So I've had a lot of music to think, but I have got ones that I really like. So I've picked my favourite 10 songs that Tony has recorded, not just on his own but with other people as well, because he did a lot of singing with older people, young people, which was great, you know. And there's a couple of people we'll talk about that were in awe of him, and I've seen interviews that talking about how they loved working with Tony. So here we have, this is my little tribute to a great singer, a great entertainer, and someone that I've sort of grown up with, because obviously, you know, when you've got grandparents, I know most all my grandparents like Tony Bennett, so it was sort of, I mean, put in my brain, and I do like it. I've got a greatest hits sort of anthology thing, and I do like playing it. I must admit, I think he has got a fantastic voice. So here we go. So coming in at number 10. Now this one is from 1998, and it's on a compilation album. Yeah, it was one of his a song that he sang, and it's from the Mob Hits Volume 3, and the song he sang on this was Spanish Eyes. Probably forgotten about because it's sort of shoved on this compilation album. But what's nice about it, you've got this is a strong vocal, but I like the Spanish guitars. They just sound really good, and that's why I like that one. Coming in at number 9 then. Now this is from 2018, and it's on an album that he did with Diana Krall. Love Is Here to Stay, and it's the song So Wonderful. This is a real nice jazzy song. I love the pianos in it, and it's a great duet with Diana. Again, he could sing with anybody. He sort of altered. He would get round their voice. Wasn't always about Tony. It was Tony fitting in with the person he was singing. It's a great track. Really is it's a good album as well. Okay, number 8. We go to 1963 now. Now this was a single that he released in the USA, and it got to number 92. But it's one of his classics, Spring in Manhattan. Absolute gem of a song. One of Tony's classics. Vocals are grand. I love the piano and the strings in it, and it's a fine vocal from Tony. Okay, coming in number 7. Now, this is a song that he recorded first time back in 1951, and it came out as a single, and it got to number 16 in the USA. But the version I've got that I love is he did with K.D. Lang, and it's the song Blue Velvet, which is from the Duos 2 album from 2012. Working with K.D. Lang was great. Their voices suited each other. It's really, I mean, K.D. Lang has got a wonderful deep sort of voice. So she was the deeper voice and Tony was the more higher voice, but it worked. It was an absolutely wonderful version of it, and I do like that song. I mean, the Duos 2 album is terrific. Coming in number 6 then, 1962. Got to number 19 in the US, number 25 here, and it's the brilliant I Left My Heart in San Francisco. What more do you need to say about this song? But it's just classic. Everybody knows this song. It's a brilliant song with one of Tony's famous, wonderful, croony voices. It's a fantastic song. Okay, then coming in at number 5. Now this is a single that came out in 2011. Got to number 87 in the USA, number 40 here in the UK, and it's a duet he did with the fabulous Amy Winehouse, and it's Body and Soul. This is fantastic. I love this song. What a great matchup. Amy Winehouse and Tony Bennett. She was a huge fan of Tony, apparently, and if you could believe in, what happens after you pass on, they're now upstairs, they're probably together now, singing as they did on this. It's a beautiful song, and Amy, it's just, we've talked about Amy before. Such a shame because she was suited to this style of singing, and it's a beautiful number, and I love that track. Okay, coming in at number 4, another song from Duos, number 11. Was released as a single, got to number 66 in Belgium and only 188 here, but it's one of the best tracks on the album, and he did this with Lady Gaga, and it's The Lady is a Tramp. Great song, one of the greats, but this version with Tony and Lady Gaga is fantastic. Again, another person that was a big fan of Tony. It's nice to see these younger singers really appreciating Tony Bennett. It's a great song. It's probably one of my favourite duos that he did. It's a great song. Okay then, coming in number 3. Oh, this is a great album. I've actually got this one. It's from an album from 2001 called Playing With My Friends, Bennett Sings the Blues. And this is a great version of a song that he did with B.B. King, and it's Let the Good Times Roll. What a combination. One of the finest singers in history with one of the greatest guitar players in history. Great combination. B.B. King was a great singer himself. It is such a great bluesy number. I love this. Absolutely terrific. Okay then, coming number 2, staying with the bluesy thing. This is from 1997, and it's Bennett and Berlin, and it's Shaking the Blues Away. This is a bit of a fusion of a jazzy blues. It's got some great tones and guitars on it, and jazzy horns, and it's a fine vocal from Tony. This is 1997, so he's the older gentleman, but he's still singing as strong as ever. His voice never altered from the 50s right up until the 2000s. What a great song that is. But my number 1 song, and this is a song that I've heard for years. You know, as I said, my grandparents liked Tony Bennett. This goes back to 1958 and the album Long Ago Far Away, and it's the brilliant The Way You Look Tonight, one of the greatest songs from Tony. Okay, it's probably is one of the most played songs by Tony, and probably is popular, but there is a reason for it, because it is that good. Absolutely killer track. Love that track to bits. So there's me top 10, but I have got some honourable mentions as ever. First one is from 1955, and the album Alone at Last with Tony Bennett, and it's the brilliant I Get a Kick Out of You. Now everybody's done a version of this, even Frank has, but on this one I think Tony edges Frank's version. It's just one of them classic jazzy sort of tracks. Lovely track. I love that track a lot. Okay, staying with the 50s, we get a 1958 now. Now this is not one of his albums. It's an orchestral leader called Count Baez, or Baez. Not quite sure how he pronounces it, and his orchestra swings, and it's the song Jeepers Creepers. I remember hearing this many years ago, and I didn't realise it was Tony Bennett, believe it or not, and I just love this. It's an absolute great song. I love this big orchestra sound. I like the big band sound, and it is a really good song. So the last one is from 1953. It was a #1 in the USA, and it's Rag to Riches. Now, my granddad actually had a version of this on a 78, and it's a great song. Very popular over here. Don't know how my granddad got it on 78, but then again, I never ask where half the stuff come from my granddad. It fell off some lorry somewhere. At his time, he must have been the Arthur Daly, because my granddad had something for everything. He had the right nut for the job, or the right bit of rope, or the right rod, and he knew exactly where it was in his shed. So I knew he'd got this song, and yeah, it's a great little song. So there we go. There's my little tribute to one of the finest singers. That's all for today. We're back tomorrow. It's Wednesday already tomorrow. I can't believe. Where's this week going? And it's Marathon Day, and we've got a viewer's request, and it's the UK melodic rock band called FM. Now there are two FM bands. One's in English and the other is Canadian, and we will be looking at the Canadian version. But I love FM. I've seen them twice. Saw them supporting someone or another, and I went and saw them actually as a headlining band, and they are terrific. I really like FM. So that's all for today. No sunshine today, so I don't know where the sun's gone today, but have a great day everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.